What's up everyone, I'm Pamela, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Stu Macher video for you guys. But before we get into it, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future posts. And please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's get into it. So today I want to discuss a few Stu clues, Christmas edition. So in case you're new here, I am a Stu believer. I believe Stu Macher is still alive and will return in Scream 7. So I'm going to start off with a couple clues that I have talked about on my channel before, but it is going to lead into a brand new clue. So in the first Scream movie, in the scene when Sydney, Tatum, and Stu are in the school hallway, Stu says, "Look at this place, it's like Christmas."
Are you kidding me? Look at this place, it's like Christmas.
And then in Scream 6, there was another line of dialogue that referred to Christmas, which really stood out to me. So during Gail's attack scene in Scream 6, there are a ton of Stu clues. I believe that Ghostface was Stu Macher who attacked Gail. There are actually a lot of clues in this scene, but I'm not going to get into it in this video. If you'd like, you can check out my 50 Stu clues video. And in that video, I mentioned all the clues in Gail's attack scene. But the one that stands out to me that we're going to talk about today is Ghostface on the phone with Gail says that Amber and Richie carved Dewey up like a Christmas goose.
Richie and Amber managed to butcher Dewey, carved him up like a Christmas goose.
So already this scene is questionable. But then there's a reference to Christmas, and who loves Christmas? Stu. Now this clue was pointed out by Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times. So shout out to him. If you're not subscribed to him, definitely go check him out. He's really good at finding some of these Stu clues, and I think this one is really good. And when I first heard it on his channel, it blew me away. Now I know that Guy Busick, one of the writers on Scream 5 and Scream 6, is a big Stu guy. He believes that he's still alive and he wants to bring him back. So I could just see him rewatching the first movie for some inspiration, and I could see him planting these little seeds and clues for Stu. And now there is a rumor that Scream 7 is going to have a Christmas setting. And I do think that Scream 7 is the movie that Stu's going to come back. So I just think this is all very interesting. Stu said in the first movie, "Look at this place, it's like Christmas." And in Scream 6, Ghostface says, "Carved him up like a Christmas goose." In a scene that I already think is Stu anyway. Which brings me to Scream 3. There's another little reference to Christmas in Scream 3, which I actually noticed back during the Halloween season, but I just haven't talked about it yet on my channel because I was kind of trying to wait for the perfect time, and of course, Christmas would be that time. So, Nerdbox here on YouTube has a theory that Stu Macher has been in the shadows of every single Scream movie. They did a series of videos called Stu's Clues, where they point out different clues in every Scream movie of how Stu was present in the shadows of every single movie. So obviously they believe that Stu was active in Scream 3, and there's a little clue that makes me think maybe this is true. So when Sarah Darling is on the phone with Roman to practice her lines for the movie, Roman says, "Candy, nice name. Is that like Candy Kane?"
Candy, nice name. Is that like Candy Kane?
So what if that was really Stu on the phone with Sarah? Because we know Stu loves Christmas, and that's just another little Christmas reference. So some of the clues in Scream 3 that Nerdbox thinks is about Stu. In the scene when Sydney is on the phone with Ghostface, Ghostface says, "It's hard being friends with you. When you're friends with Sydney, you die."
Oh, it's hard being friends with you, Sydney. When you're friends with Sydney, you die.
So that line, "It's hard being friends with you," sounds like it's being said by someone who was actually friends with her, like Stu was. If it was Roman or someone else, they would have said, "It's hard for people to be friends with you," rather than "it's hard being friends with you." And then Ghostface goes on to say, "How do you know you're not hearing things? How do you know I'm not someone in your head, somewhere you know? or do you?
How do you know you're not hearing things? How do you know I'm not someone in your head? Somewhere you know. Or do you?
So Nerdbox said in their video, why would Roman say this? Because Sydney, this wouldn't jog her memory. Like, she has no memory of Roman. So could that be Stu toying with her like, you don't know me, or do you? And then Sydney says, you're dead.
Or do you?
You're dead.
Could that be because she's kind of starting to realize maybe this is Stu? And she's like, no, but I killed you. Because obviously, you know, people think she did kill Stu. And then another little clue for Stu in Scream 3, when Gail and Dewey are at Milton's house and they go into the closet, they find what is supposed to be Roman's cell phone, which is a very dated model. This looks just like the cell phone that Billy had back in '96. And Scream 3 is in the year 2000. Back then, cell phones were changing pretty quickly. So why would Roman have the same model of phone that Billy had? Wouldn't Roman, as a successful Hollywood director, have an upgraded phone? A current phone? Maybe this cell phone belongs to Stu because he's kind of been in hiding, probably doesn't have a lot of money. I mean, it's not like he's working a job. So it would make sense for Stu to have a dated phone. So those are just some of the really good clues that Nerdbox found. And I really like the idea of Stu being present in the shadows of every single movie, just waiting for his big reveal. So what do you guys think about my Stu Christmas clues? Just for a little recap, in the first movie, Stu says, look at this place, it's like Christmas.
Are you kidding me? Look at this place, it's like Christmas.
In Scream 6, in a scene where I already think it's him, Ghostface says, carved him up like a Christmas goose.
Carved him up like a Christmas goose.
And in Scream 3, on the phone with Sarah Darling, Ghostface says, Candy, nice name. Is that like Candy Kane?
Candy. Nice name. Is that like Candy Kane?
So those scenes from Scream 3 and Scream 6 could very well be Stu because of that line that he speaks in the first movie. And if Scream 7 takes place at Christmas time, like the rumors suggest, I can't wait to see Stu in a Christmas setting. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future posts. Please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next video.